Another day, another bathroom clip. Good morning. Welcome to, what day of the week is it? It's Tuesday, December 3rd. And first off, I'm gonna quickly get ready for today. I'm not putting on makeup today. Why do I hate taking off makeup so much? I don't know what is wrong with me, y'all. Like, what? I don't know. That, it's just not worth it. I mean, I'm glad I did it yesterday because I did a bunch of Instagram stories and it made me feel more confident, but ultimately, I'm clearly okay vlogging and posting on the internet without makeup on. So it's just not worth it. And that didn't used to always be the case. When I first started filming, well, first off, when I first started vlogging, it was very intentional vlogs, like a vacation, a trip to Michael's, like those kinds of things. It wasn't just my everyday. And so, of course, I pretty much always had makeup on in those scenarios. Whereas then once I started like vlogging my everyday, there was a lot more scenarios where I didn't have makeup on. Anyway, that's not what I came on here to talk about. Well, I came on here to kick off this vlog. Oh, something is going on with this sunscreen. I have been using the e.l.f. sunscreen. Maybe in one of the vlogs I will do like all my beauty favorites. I guess that kind of lends itself into the morning routine video, which I will do eventually. Anyway, y'all know I love my Super Goop matte screen. And if I'm doing makeup, this is the sunscreen I'll use. It's pricey. Even though I buy it on sale, like every year, Super Goop has an annual sale and I stock up on it. So I've been using the e.l.f., essentially the dupe, but it's the dupe for the, not the matte one, it's a dupe for the like, the regular one. So it's a little bit shinier than I would prefer, but it's fine. So, getting ready for today. There's a big step happening today for our family. And it is and it isn't, because I had thought, and I did not plan this on purpose, but I had thought that this big first step was gonna be like for the first time during Vlogmas, which, to be honest, while it would have been really cool and exciting for the vlog, it would have been, it probably wouldn't have been the best for me emotionally. So Lyla is going to daycare today. And I know some of you were like, my kid's been going to daycare since they were 6 weeks old, like because maternity leave in this country, don't get me started. So if you are that parent, like I completely feel for you. I honestly can't imagine. I am so thankful that I have the situation that I have, between my job being so flexible and my mom being retired and willing and able to help watch her. We have been able to go this long without her needing to be in daycare. And that has been just absolutely lovely. Both from me getting to spend time with her, and then also from a financial standpoint, because daycare is expensive, y'all. We did not, to be honest, plan for daycare in the house to line up so perfectly, but it is what it is. And she is only gonna be going part-time. She's going Tuesday and Wednesday. I love the place that we found. It is absolutely fantastic. It's the perfect fit for us. We toured quite a few. We looked at quite a few places. We actually did this process back in like June, which is insane to think about. And now it's finally here. When we made the decision and like signed all the papers and stuff, it felt so far away. And now here we are. Okay. Now, let me let you in on the secret. This is her first official day on paper. Like her start date was always going to be December 3rd, but she's already been. So they do like part-time trial days for new students. She's a little student. I'll pop the picture of her from her like actual first day, which again, I thought was going to be today during Vlogmas, which would have been a lot for all of us. And it's not. So she has been 2 days. She's done 2 transition days. Today is the first official day. So that is what's happening. It is insanely bittersweet, right? Like, and depending, every kid, every child is different. And I try to be very thoughtful about what I share about Lila's life. Obviously, like she is going to show up. She's been in the vlogs, but I have, for the last 15 months of her life, tried to be really thoughtful about specifics to her preferences and her personality and things like that I don't necessarily want to, that's not my place. It's not my story to share. It's her life. So all that to say is very bittersweet, and it does allow me to get a lot of work done. It opens up some doors for some things I can do next year, given that I have 2 days, like for sure, no matter what, as long as she doesn't get sick, right? There's always that scenario. But it's different than coordinating things with my mom, being able to send her to daycare. So that is where we're headed today. Okay, y'all, sometimes my office just attracts clutter. I don't know what's going on. I mean, some of it is I didn't fully clean up the December daily stuff from last night and whatever. But I am going to quickly pack a bag. I am not planning to come back and work here. I'm going to go work somewhere else. I'll talk about it when I get there and show you maybe some fun announcements coming for 2025 in this new space. And then I'm not going to the new house. That would be really cool. Let me make sure that that's clear. It's not our house yet, so I'm not going there. And get some work done like outside of my office, outside of the house. But I need to quickly get my bag packed and everything before Lyla wakes up. All right, I think I say this every year during Vlogmas, but I pretty much always have eggs for breakfast. I do like 2 over easy eggs. Unfortunately, I broke one this morning. You might hear a little peanut behind me eating her breakfast. But I wanted to talk about 2 other things quickly. One is, I think I've shared this in a vlog before, but I'm gonna share it again. And that is, if there's anything for dinner that I have to cut that will last the day, I try to do it during breakfast. Like, we're in the kitchen anyway, I'm standing at the counter, eating my breakfast, feeding Lyla, like it's just easy, and I have way more energy. So today that thing is asparagus. So I'm gonna go ahead and get the asparagus all cut and washed and ready to go, so that when I need to cook dinner tonight, all I have to do is throw it on the pan. Last thing is opening up the cheese advent calendar. So hopefully I'm gonna head over to my mom's at some point this afternoon, and we're gonna catch up and do yesterday's and today's. The wine, both wines are at my mom's. She did not have room in her fridge for all 4 cheeses. So I kept my 2 at my house, and she has her 2 at her house. Okay, so again, we talked about these on day 1. If you have no idea what I'm talking about, these are the cheese advent calendars from Aldi. They go with the wine advent calendars, which we also have. Focus camera. They also go with the chocolate. Here's the thing I just realized. I didn't actually open them the other day. My mom did that, grab the cheese out of them. All along the side here. I'm not gonna show you because I don't wanna spoil it for anybody who is also doing this. Here we can sneak peek at day 1. They have the wine and the chocolate, which I don't care about the chocolate, but they have the wine listed here. So like if I wasn't paying attention, I would go ahead and see what day 2 and day 3 wines were. And like, that is no fun. Like, I understand that they pair, maybe put it on the back. Like, I guess that's where all the nutrition facts are. But like, that's so, I don't like it. I don't like it, Aldi. Okay, that said, so let's try to ignore them. And let's open day 2 and day 3. Okay, here's day 2. Also, this is gonna be very, if you've never watched Vlogmas before, this is very, I'm really struggling to do this with one hand. Did I do this right? Oh yeah. My mom and I, even though it is every day, we typically don't drink wine and have wine and cheese every single day. We see each other most days, but there will be a lot of like catch-up days that we have. All right, so we have, I feel like we look this up and Google it every single year. I do not know how to pronounce it, and my camera does not want to focus on it. Okay, there it is. I mispronounce it every year. I actually feel like also our kitchen light is constantly blinking and we need to fix that. Okay. There's some things in this apartment that I'm just like, I don't even want to bother with it because I just don't. We're leaving. Anyway, I actually feel like the portion sizes are a little bit bigger this year. I still am glad I had 2 the other night, but just a thought. Okay, I saw 3 on the front. Okay, do you need more peanut? Let me get this cheese open. Oh, I totally just busted this one. This is so hard to do with one hand. Okay, and a goat cheese. Oh my gosh, yummy. Okay, I'm gonna open up the other one, stick these in a Ziploc with an ice pack, I guess. Yeah. Okay, let's do the rest of the advent calendars. I'm gonna open up the T1 and take it with me. We'll see if I end up actually drinking it today. TBD on that. It's funny, I don't know what I like more, when they're just like in order and you don't have to hunt for it, or like the cheese one you have to hunt for it, and it's kind of fun. The wine one's the same way. Okay, we have a Mary Mint green tea. Okay, not a big mint tea fan. Not a big mint in general fan. That's Lyla looking at herself in the mirror. We'll see. We'll see if I even try it, or it might not be for me. Charlie's not in here, so we're gonna skip hers today, which is fine. And then I did it. I did it, y'all. I bought the candle one yesterday when I went to the store. It was 50% off. So I couldn't help myself. But because I'm not working at home today, I'm not actually going to open one today. But I wanted to tell you about it. And there's only 12. So basically I'm going to do it on days that I work here at home. We can talk maybe more about it later. But when Lyla goes to daycare, sometimes I will work in different places. Sometimes, like tomorrow, when she goes, I'm going to come back and work at home. And so I'll open up a candle and do that tomorrow. The problem is that I'm going to get confused, right? So like tomorrow, we're going to be on day 4 of the tea, day 3 of Charlie, and day 1 of the candles. But oh well, whatever. Make your own rules. I also realized this morning when I was prepping today's, like the vlog that went live today, that I didn't talk about her bows in her little outfit of the day segment. And I know I showed this bow holder when I did my initial nursery tour, like way back when. Actually, that may have been part of Vlogmas. The nursery tour may have been in Vlogmas because she came early, so I didn't have time to do it before. But it was relatively empty then because we were still on these headband bows. These were the original bows that we got, these headband ones. And they worked for a long time until she had actual hair to hold a bow. All the sets are from Amazon. I will link them. As you can tell, I love being a girl mom and having bows. Once she started to have hair, then we graduated to these little bows and we just like pulled, you know, her bangs to the side and did these little bows. Loved them. I keep getting interrupted. But we clearly lost a lot of these, like no more white ones. Like I don't know where they disappeared to. And I wanted to have them, especially because they come in pairs of 2, like eventually doing little pigtails on her. But we have definitely misplaced a lot of them. The white ones, the black ones are gone. The gray ones are gone. I don't know. Actually, maybe we had navy here. I don't know. But yeah, we have definitely misplaced a lot of these little ones. And then these are the ones we're currently doing. We're just doing like one ponytail on top and then these. I will not put a bow on her hair today though for daycare. I don't mind keeping an eye on her, but I understand like having another thing that she could easily pull off or another kid could easily pull off is just not a good idea. I still have to put a little ponytail on her hair to keep her hair out of her face, but her outfit today will not come with a bow. But love all these bows. And then these are all the headband bows. We used to have a lot more headband bows. These are the ones that I felt like I wanted to keep out a little bit longer because they were a little bit more neutral, or I kept like the Halloween one out. But truthfully, once she had the ability to like grab it and pull it off her head, she did just that. Do you want to look at the cute baby? Who's that? All right, so here's Lila's outfit today. Top, again, Old Navy. Pants, again, hand-me-down. They are Carter's. One thing I have learned about Lyla is, or has nothing to do with Lyla, about me, as a mom who has to get a small human dressed every day, is I need the outfits to already be paired up. So this set of pants, actually the hand-me-down came with a short sleeve shirt. And obviously once it got cold, like it was paired with that short sleeve shirt. So I never grabbed it because it was cold. And I was like, well, we can still wear those pants and I can pair it with a standalone top that we have. So that is what I did. Yes. And so in her closet, everything is hung in a set. Anyways, everything is hung in a set of top and pants, with the exception of the handful of sports outfits that she has, like her Cowboys, her Longhorns. She's got Astros that my father-in-law got her, and Arsenal. That is my dad and brother's soccer team. And then she's got a handful of dresses for the season, but frankly, not that many because like dresses and tights are just, it's a lot of work. I did it for the pictures, but it's a lot of work. The other idea or thing that I have done is I've created these little, like doing her hair sets. Let me show you. You can probably see her holding one of these things around, but I learned that I need hair sets in lots of places. Okay, so we've made lots of them. I got these little 1 ounce clear bottles on Amazon, and it's just water, so that to spray to help me do her hair. I got a bazillion of these inexpensive combs, and then I got a pack of the clear elastics, and then I sorted them into little, so I've talked about these pouches before. I can link them again. I love, 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 love them. I think I talked about them actually twice in a favorites video. One with like the multi-size pack, and then one with I got like a bunch of the large ones. So anyway, I have the large one, which holds the water sprayer and the comb, and then the little ones have all the little hair ties. You know, one of those packs of the hair ties comes with like a gazillion, so I just split them up. And we've got a set. Yeah, you want to put it back in the bag? I've got a set. here at home. I've got a set in the diaper bag. I've got a set on my mom's. And yeah, right now we only have 3 sets, but maybe we need to keep one. No, because the diaper bag's always in the car. So if we get in mom's car. Okay. Bye-bye, Dada. Dada. Can you say bye-bye? Okay, let's chat. So first, Lila's at daycare, dropped her off. It's hard for me, but we're gonna get through it. It's gonna be fine. I got a very common question on my first video for Vlogmas that I meant to answer in yesterday's vlog when I responded to comments and totally forgot. We are somewhat changing neighborhoods, but we are still gonna be close to my mom. We currently live in Lakeview East, is the neighborhood we live in Chicago, and we are moving into Lincoln Park, but it's not too far from where we live now. So we are very excited. The location is hands down like the best part of our new house. Like it's the best, the location's freaking the best. So which is like, that's what you pay for, right? So we are very thankful for that. So still gonna be close to my mom, still gonna be close. Like we obviously picked the daycare before we picked the house, but it all worked out. So that won't have to change, thankfully. Okay, I stopped and grabbed a Starbucks. On the way, one of my sweet friends sent me a Starbucks gift card on the first day of Vlogmas. Say happy Vlogmas. And so I grabbed this because I am working in the improved like conference room. It's not a conference room. What do you call this room? At my mom's building. So my mom lives in a high rise, and therefore her building comes with lots of fantastic amenities. And one of which is this like conference room that you could rent out for events. And for a while it was pretty dingy. I am gonna give you a tour, I promise. It's still very simple. Like they didn't do too much above and beyond from a like furniture standpoint, but it at least looks very nice and I like it. So this is where I'm leaning towards for our event next summer. I've talked about this in a number of places, but in case you haven't heard me mention it, my goal next year in 2025 is to do an in-person meetup. And somebody is outside doing something. It is cold outside. Anyway, my goal is to do an in-person meetup. And I did 2 in New York, and they were more workshop style. It was more, and it also came with a live stream option. It was very much educational. And I think part of that was I felt very like, if I'm gonna charge, like it needs to come with some sort of like value. And I still feel that to some extent, but value can be found in a lot of different ways. And so the plan is not for it to be a presentation. And the plan, there likely won't be a virtual option if there's no like teaching component, right? It's gonna be a lot more hang out, chill, etc. So I am still ironing out all of the details and the final date. I haven't actually booked the space yet. And so I'm not gonna share the date with you until I book it, because what if I like go, I have a date in mind, but if I go to like book it and they say like, no, it's booked, like then I have to pick a different date. But I have a date in mind, and I have ideas of how I'm gonna make this a bigger thing. There's likely gonna be a component that's just for community members, and then a component that's open to everybody. And that is what will be here at this space. And then if anybody is traveling in for the weekend, I'm gonna do a couple of other things as well that are just more like come as you go, pay for your own stuff kind of thing, so that it's more like casual, so that you don't feel like you have to go. Like it's not gonna be all included. So you know what I mean? I will explain it better once I get all the details finalized, but this is the space that I'm leaning towards. And now that I'm in here again, I feel really good about it. So let me show you. So you come in this main door here, that's like where the elevator is, and there's 2 bathrooms, a men and a women's. And then you turn and there's like this little sitting area, which I might leave, but I might move. We'll see. I may rearrange this, I may not. My understanding is I'm allowed to do whatever I want in the space as long as I put it back at the end of it. We are also considering potentially doing a pod thing, my sister and I, later in the evening that weekend, but also to be determined. But these chairs, like we could totally set this up and have like a podcast recording. So there's like this little indoor seating space. And then this is just like one big open room. I envision like the windows over here, beautiful lighting, and have this like as a picture, like a photo op, and get like balloons or whatever. And then all these tables, which are fine. They're not like the best tables ever, but they're fine and could totally just put some beautiful pink tablecloths on them. And then, okay, that was kind of strange. Someone came in here and was like, do you mind if I take a call? And I was like, no, it's public space, so go for it. And I would just finish my tour later. And they like got all set up at a table and then left. So anyways, okay, back to our tour. So then over here, there is like a little kitchen area, which is perfect. So then we can do food and drinks and whatever. And it just like is super nice. I love this like wall texture they did here. These I think just stay frosted, these windows. But then there's these beautiful windows. And then this is the best part of the whole thing. Like this is the best part is the reservation, like reserving the room also comes with reserving this outdoor space. So part of the big, I need to like darken this up. I feel like you're probably like, I can't see anything, Laken. Okay, I think it's gonna be kind of blown out no matter what. I apologize, and I don't have my coat on, so I am not going out there. Actually, you know what? Hold on, let me try a different setting. Okay, I tried. I thought I turned it on sunny and it still looked exactly the same. So you probably can't really appreciate this, but part of the renovation of the inside space, a big part of it was the outside space. And so there's like a tennis court, a little putting green, a basketball court, there's lots of stuff. That doesn't come with the reservation. I mean, we could totally use it, but like there could be people there as well. But this like outdoor hangout space does come with the reservation. And there are grills. I don't know that we would use the grills, but there are tables out here and some couches and stuff. And so if it is nice, which I am hoping the time frame I am planning to do this, it is going to be nice outside, we could enjoy this space. So as long as it's not raining, although this part is covered, so I don't know. Okay, I'm sorry that this tour has been so choppy. This guy has been like coming in and out multiple times. And he gets on I think he's on a call. He has his headphones in, but he hasn't said any words on his call. But he's been gone for like 5 minutes now, so I'm gonna make the assumption that he's like done. It's also like 9:30, so like maybe your call was from 9 to 9:30, and so he's gone now. I don't know, but the lighting was funky anyway, so you can't really, excuse me, appreciate the outdoor space. I'll get some better footage of the outdoor space maybe later in Vlogmas when it's not as cold, wishful thinking, or just another time I'll snap a photo of it. But weather pending, we also have the outdoor space, which is beautiful, and it's perfect. And because it's in my mom's building, because it's in my mom's building, I can store stuff here leading up to it instead of having to like come the day of and set it all up. I mean, I still will come the day of and set it up, but like I can have it upstairs as opposed to like having to bring it to a location. I looked at a lot of locations, y'all, and there's just a lot of pros. There's kind of one con, which I'm gonna try to figure out how to help you tackle, and that is parking. If you've never been to a big city, parking is not always ideal. So I'm gonna see what I can do to make that easier on you. If anybody wants to drive or is planning to drive in from whether it's the suburbs or a different state or whatever, but that's gonna be the one con. I also like that it's in this area, in this neighborhood that I'm familiar with, because then when I'm planning these other events, I can plan them in the same area. Whereas like one location or one space I really liked, I loved the space and it had parking, but the location was very different than what I am used to. And so either the other events over the weekend would be in a different neighborhood, or I'd have to research and figure stuff out there. So anyways, all that to say is I'm really excited. I will share dates and details as soon as I have them. I'm aiming for the summer when it's nice here in Chicago. So I am going to I'm gonna show you my planner. And all the things I'm gonna do today. I'm gonna create a wait list for the in-person event. If you are interested, this is not commitment. You don't have to buy a ticket if you sign up for the wait list. But I'm gonna create the wait list just to get a sense of kind of how people are feeling, where people are gonna be coming from. And then if you are a podcast listener, if you're interested in that's all I'm gonna include in the wait list. Name, email, where you're coming from. Not where, but like, do you live here? Are you driving? Would you consider flying? I know some of you have told me that you would. So that's it. I'm so excited. Link for the wait list in the description. Okay, so here's my planner for the day. I didn't want to share this until I had talked about daycare, but I got lots of things done this morning, did not get to December daily, not a big deal. I really do think that unless I start getting up even earlier, which I don't totally want to do, I could, I guess, then it's going to be an evening activity, which is fine. Or like nap time on the weekends, I'll play catch up. And then these are the things that I would like to get to today. There's a lot of things, but they're all kind of little, like with the exception of writing these emails, which even those, because I have emails written, I'm just adjusting them for the time frame. Like a lot of this it's a lot of short, quick things. Maybe I'll like record every time I check something off. I'm actually going to start with the wait list. I put that at the bottom, but I'm going to go ahead and get that done since I was just talking about it. It's fresh in my mind. And then we will start making progress on all of these things. My goal is to get through as many of them as possible. And then I'm going to head up to my mom's apartment, likely for a snack at like around lunchtime, and basically dig. I think she's got stuff to make sandwiches always at her house. So that is my plan. I'm a 33-and-a-half-year-old woman that's going to go raid my mom's fridge for lunch. Check. 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 I'm obviously not going in any sort of order at all. And I also feel like Monica from Friends every time I say check. Y'all, I'm chugging along. It's amazing what I can get done when I'm focused. I'm not in my own house. Like, it's incredible. Y'all, look at me go. I'm not saying I'm gonna finish all these things before lunchtime, but I'm incredibly proud of my progress. And I brought my goals with me to do as kind of a break, but also I wanna get through my goals before I do the workshop prep, which is on tomorrow's list. So I think right now my goal is to power through these community emails and then maybe do a little bit of work on my goals before I go up and get lunch. We'll see. We'll see how my stomach is feeling once I finish the community emails, but I'm gonna stay on this email train. Done. I definitely way overestimated how long it was going to take me to do those 2 tasks. I think I gave them a total, well, it took me about half in total to do those than what I had planned. So definitely have some extra wiggle room today, but that's good because I want to work on my goals. So that's what I'm going to do. Perfect timing. I finished this just as my stomach started to growl. I am only going to have, I say only, I'm gonna have 4 goals next year, which is what I did this past year and maybe the year before that, or maybe I did 6, I can't remember. So this didn't take me as long as it could because I was only working on 4. So, and I feel like it gets faster. Let me flip you around. Just like with anything, the more you do it, the faster it's gonna be the next time. Like practice. I don't like the phrase practice makes perfect because we've talked about this. Perfect is an unrealistic expectation for pretty much anything in life. So we need a new phrase. Practice makes, I've heard people say practice makes progress. I don't like that either. I mean, it does, but like what I want to get across is the more you do it, the easier it gets. That's the phrase I'm trying to share, because there are so many steps within the goal setting process that because I've been doing this for I don't know how many years now, it's fast and it doesn't take me very long. Whereas like if I'm coaching somebody through the first time they're doing it, it's gonna take you a lot longer. So this is your first year setting goals or even your second year and you're like, oh, this process is taking forever and this goal planner has so many questions. I promise you it gets easier and you get better. That's a phrase. It doesn't get easier, you get stronger. That's a good one. That's just not quite exactly the same, but closer. All right. Before I get to lunch, I'm going to open the wine so we can get them chilling for today. Well, yesterday's and today's. So here's day 2. We have I do not know how to say this. Trebbiano? Do you know what that is? It's Italian. It's an Italian white to go with that orange cheese that I can't not pronounce properly. And then 3 is it's really hard to do with one hand, is another cab. This one's California to go with that goat cheese. Yum. Okay, I'm back down here. To you, it looked like I never left, but I did go to my mom's for about an hour, which was really nice. Truthfully, I feel like I need to get better, especially on days like this where I am working like the whole day and trying to get a lot done, but taking a proper lunch break. I think in the past I have hit a wall in the afternoon. Well, in the past, I think the issue became that my mom watched Lyla when Lyla was on a 2-nap schedule. My mom would watch her in the middle of her 2 naps. I felt like I needed to work through lunch because my mom was there, so I needed to take advantage and work. When in reality, I still had the same full amount of time. It was just, excuse me, if I just taken a lunch break and then worked through her nap, I may have not hit a wall. Anyways, it was nice to take a little lunch break, chat with my mom, and then I made some tea. If you were around, during Vlogmas of 2020, we actually lived here. We decided to get out of our New York City apartment and not be trapped there and not be able to travel home for the holidays safely. So we drove actually on Halloween of 2020 from New York to Chicago and stayed here at my parents' for 2 months until like the new year. And then we went back to New York. And so all of Vlogmas of 2020 was here in Chicago. And that was the first time I did the advent calendars with my mom, the wine and cheese ones. It was a very different Vlogmas that year. But these little snowman mugs that my mom has were of made frequent appearances in Vlogmas and the lives. So I'm excited to be enjoying my tea. Like I said earlier, I'm not a big mint tea fan, but I added some honey. And so hopefully, I mean, it smells good. We'll see. But I'm gonna power through some more work, especially now that Lyla is asleep. When I get that notification, I got that notification from daycare that she had fallen asleep for her nap. I was like, okay, she's good, I'm good. Let's get to work. Okay, here's where we're at. I didn't do anything else in this section. I did like a bunch of the to-dos over here in this section. And then I did another round of communication. Man, I forget how many comments and stuff come with Vlogmas. But now I'm resettling in a somewhat new location. They needed the room to do a board meeting, like a build for the building. So I moved out to this little area. Sorry, somebody walked by, so I had to stop. This is why I wanted to be in that room, so that I could like film and not worry about it. But this is like the little library hangout area that they have outside. So that door right there is the room I showed you earlier. The elevator's over here. The laundry room is over here. And then they also have lots of like books and stuff, which is so fun. So, this part is not like part of the place that you reserve, but I'm gonna sit over here and work while they have their meeting. Okay, good news is I did it. I checked it off. The bad news, I guess it's not bad news. It took me way longer to do than I thought it was going to. The accountability buddies is something new that we're trying. November was the first month that we did it. And so in November, everybody just filled out a survey and I paired people up. This month, it was a lot more complicated because there were some people that were like, I don't want a buddy for December. There were some people that just wanted to keep their buddy. And then there was some people who were part of November, but wanted a new buddy. And then there were some brand new people. It was just like, there were a lot of different layers to it. So it took me a lot longer than I thought it was going to, but I did it. I finished, I did it, yay. And now I can better plan on what to do for January. This is just literally one of those programs that instead of sitting here and trying to think about the perfection aspect of it in my head, I just was like, we're gonna launch it and we're gonna learn how to we're gonna figure it out together to the community. And I've already learned so much, but I'm excited to carry that into 2025. Actual bad news is that this tea was not it for me. I'm not a mint tea fan. That's just not a tea that I want to drink. So, oh, that feels good. Okay, I am going to give one quick look at my texts and my emails, and then I'm going to head up and maybe hang out with my mom for a little bit before we go get Lyla. Alrighty, this is going to be a much better view and background once the tree has lights in a little bit.
That's right.
Okay, so we forgot on day one that you had discovered, like, I think towards the end last year, that there's a QR code on every bottle that tells you more about the wine. I'm not gonna read this whole thing because it's long, but it does say, on the palate, I'm gonna mispronounce this, so I'm not gonna try, is crisp and vibrant, offering the flavors of ripe pear, lemon zest, and a touch of minerality? I don't know. Okay. Its lively acidity and balanced structure make it a versatile companion to a variety of dishes. Cheers.
Cheers.
Oh. It's very light. There's not a whole lot going on there.
I like them.
Yeah, I mean, it's not bad, but it's not like, it doesn't taste like
Let's
much.
taste it with the cheese.
Okay, yeah, with the cheese, which I still don't know how to pronounce. Okay, wait, maybe I should Google it. It's from France. It says a firm, sharp-aged French cheese similar to Parmesan, is what it says, except it's like bright yellow, so.
Orange.
I mean orange. Well, yeah, well, whatever. It's not Parmesan color, that's for sure. Is it good?
I haven't tasted it yet.
Oh, okay. I don't even have mine open.
That's very good.
This is the Velveeta cheese. It tastes like Velveeta.
Well, I like Velveeta.
I know, but this is the one that's Velveeta.
It works nice with the wine, though.
Oh, it makes the wine taste more like something. Yum. All right, cheers to wine number 2, which is actually today's. The tree, look at it. It's so pretty. It has lights. It doesn't have quite as many because the 2 brand new boxes of lights, we had 2 strands that were dead, but I was like, oh, it's fine because we have 2 brand new boxes. They're the wrong color. They don't match. So it may be a little sparse from a light standpoint, but it's fine. It'll do. It's fine. This smells really, really good. I mean, it's a California cab. I need to open up a little bit, but
It's a good temperature.
it's good. Yeah, it's a good temperature. Okay, and the goat cheese. Oh my gosh, so good. This is a good day.
Good day.
All right, my hair's doing crazy things, but ending this vlog again in my office chair with the podcast sign behind us. That is going to get updated soon if you're a podcast listener. I have a podcast with my sister. It's just us chatting. We're 9 years apart, and we're taking a bit of a break to update some things. We just hit 50 episodes last week, which is bonkers. Okay, first off, here's why I love living in Chicago. It went from, I got burgers yesterday and I happened to buy the 8-pack of burgers because the price at our grocery store of like the 4-pack of burgers and then the 8-pack of burgers is like, the per burger price is crazy. And we love leftovers. And so I just figured, well, I'd make 8 and we'd have lots of leftovers. And then my mom had mentioned that my stepdad was going to be at a business dinner tonight. And so I was like, well, do you want to come over for dinner? I got a bunch of burgers and you can help us put the lights on the tree. Because my mom is so much better at it than I am. And of course she was like, yeah, that sounds good. And then it turned into like my brother asking what we were doing for dinner, my sister asking what we were doing for dinner. So they both came over as well. So we had burgers and I grabbed some tots and vegetables from the freezer and they all came over for dinner and it was just lovely. And I just like, this is why I live close to family, because impromptu Tuesday night dinner with them is just the best. So that was nice. And now they're gone. Lila's in bed and we did like our nighttime tidying stuff out there. And it's still pretty early and Sam's like, so are you gonna go to bed? And I'm like, I might. I contemplated getting in the bath. I love a good bath. Like, that is how I relax. My struggle when I get in the bath at night. You want to say hi to the vlog?
Hello.
Okay.
Which game is at the 75%? Is 75% off?
In the Harry Potter game. Oh yeah, we should get it. The Harry Potter game. Okay, bye. That was funny. Okay, where was I? I get in the bath at night and then I don't want to get out. And then it goes from like, let me take a bath and still go to bed at a reasonable time to like pushing my bedtime. And that's just silly. So I think the better option is for me to just like get ready for bed, get my pajamas on and get in bed and read my book and then go to bed when I want to go to bed. Not a lot of what was on the docket, but some things have switched with tomorrow's plans and we'll get there tomorrow and we'll show you. I'll probably do like an actual plan with me in tomorrow's vlog to like reset for that day. But yeah, I think that's my plan for the rest of the evening. It was a good day. It's gonna be a transition. Fellow daycare mamas, please let me know in the comments that it gets easier for everybody involved. I got a lot of things done today. I had dinner with my family. We got the lights on the tree. So, okay. I'm gonna end this vlog here and go relax. If you watched all the way to the end, comment with a wine glass emoji. I mean, I feel like I'm using that one way too early because I'm gonna do the wine advent calendar with my mom for lots of days. No, you know what? I think back to way earlier. Comment with the bow, the hair bow emoji, because we talked about Lila's hair bows. That's the emoji for today. Okay, if you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you're new here, please click that subscribe button. I upload new videos every week focused on helping you achieve your goals and every day here during Vlogmas. See you tomorrow. Let me try one more time. Starting this clip over. Are you sick of me saying that, Amanda? Take care. Okay, really, I promise this is the last time. Realized, let me say that sentence again. How many times did I say lunch? Let me try that sentence again. In 2020, why did I say it like that?